We are live.
It's Raven, your GS.
Joe, one third of the Cyber Nerds.
We are live.
Guys, I'm Joe, one third of the Cyber Nerds.
And I'm Raven, your GS. And I don't want to say welcome back to the Sith Temple. So I don't know how we would start this up.
Is it like welcome to the new temple?
This is definitely a new temple.
Get me?
Like,
So, innit?
no sofa, like all black everything.
All
Like,
black everything.
I don't know. Like you got the red Kyber shining upon the thing. Like it's just this is where we at. This is where we at, innit? So yeah, man had to bleed that Kyber, innit? Like several times, you know, blow up a couple of planets, you know, sacrifice a couple of Jedis, you know, just where we at right now. So
Let me just throw the first disclaimer out there first, right now, yeah? So, at the Cyber Nerds, do not promote,
sacrifice or
sacrificing anything, especially living beings, even if it are Jedis, but Sith Lords do. I'm just putting that out there.
I like that. I like
Get
that.
me?
I like that. Cool. All right. So before we get started with anything, should I don't even know. Welcome, Joe. Welcome. I don't know.
You're welcoming me.
Yeah, I think I'm welcoming you. Like,
All right, welcome you then, innit?
Thank you.
Welcome
Appreciate that. And now, before we get started with the madness, Sith Temple giving you straight to your chest everything Star Wars. If you're not subscribed, by all means, hit that subscription button right there. Make sure you've got the notifications button turned on for more Sith Temple that is gonna keep coming week in and week out. And Patreons, if you want. We got here because of patrons. So shout out to all our patrons. And if you dig the new look, everything we're doing, and you want to be part of it, by all means, bing, just came up in it. There you go. Just force that thing up there, innit? Become a patron. And without further ado, we haven't really spoke about.
I want to put you on pause first.
Go on.
I'm going to put you on pause first.
Go on.
Just because, obviously, you thank the patrons, but guys, I want to put my own little thanks out
Oh,
there as
okay.
Guys, Patreons, yeah, appreciate what you guys are doing. Now, when it comes to feedback, guys, jump in the comment section below. Obviously, Patreons, you know how to drop your feedback, do your thing. But everyone else, drop your comments below. Let us know. If you're into Star Wars, yeah, and you only even come to our channel for Star Wars, let us know. Do you know what I'm saying? What Star Wars topics you want us to talk about? Where do you want the temple? Like, what way do you want the temple to point? You get me? Let man know, innit? It's all important, you get me?
I do want to give a heads up. We're very, what's the word I would say before I get another disclaimer? No, I'm just going to leave it there before I get another disclaimer. I think one right at the beginning is enough. But yeah, so with this being the first, Sith Temple with this look, I know you asked what the topic was, and I didn't give him one. That's how a man's moving out here. But simply, just to get this started, Star Wars. Where you at with Star Wars? What's been happening for the past few months? Just you, Joe, with Star Wars. If you've been watching movies, did you go back to a couple of series? Like, what is going on?
For me personally,
the Force.
For me personally, in Star Wars right now, obviously we got the Rise of the Skywalker trailer, and I think I've been disassociating myself from I'm lying, innit? I'm lying.
Yeah, because
okay, this is what I'll say. I'm disassociating myself with what's going on in episode 9.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw the trailer, I had bare speculations.
As usual.
Yeah. But for me, the movie is still far enough away that I don't want to focus on that movie. Get me? So I've just been doing normal things, bruv. Watching the episodes. I think the last one I watched Rogue One. I watched Rogue One the other day, yeah? And every time I watch Rogue One, I like this movie even more, fam. Like, every day it climbs up my favorite Star Wars movie.
Where is it right now? Because I remember at a certain time I claimed as my number one.
No, it is. You said that was your number one.
Yeah.
And I still have problems with that.
And man, I had a problem with it.
But
now you're saying it's climbing up.
It does climb up, fam. But I think with Rogue One climbing up, I think Rogue One gets to cheat so much that
in what aspect?
It's not Star Wars, fam. It's not like an episode movie. And with that, it can do whatever it wants. And in the movie, it does whatever it wants. And then to top it off, it puts something in Star Wars that we've never seen, but you would expect to see in episodes. Like the whole Vader scene is the cherry on top. Like even if you take that scene out, even if you take that scene out, that movie's for me is a 10 out of 10. Do you know what I'm saying? But having that thing there, it's like, man's never seen Vader move like that in a movie. Man's never seen that kind of savagery in a Star Wars movie. And I feel like because it's Rogue One, it gets to do these things. Killing off the whole cast. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, that was beautiful.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
And I'm saying like, it climbs up the level of my Star Wars movies, but then I always disassociate because I'm like, an episode movie just wouldn't be able to do this. It wouldn't be able to just do that. And that's why I'm like, it's one of my favorite Star Wars movies, but it's like sideways.
Right.
As opposed to on top, like, get me.
And you have a good point there, because I've been banging on about this, like the day we're gonna get like a very forced space, because then they'll go into those waters of doing stuff that you don't see in the episodes, so, and this is what I want, because again, the books just gives you everything. So I don't understand what the problem is, like, if you get in the books, why we're not getting this in the episodes. And I kind of understand, but it still don't make sense to me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's Star Wars, like, it's a war, it's a never-ending war, like, it's just. So how we're not getting certain things that we're getting in Rogue One, that is part of a war. Like, a lot of stuff happens, a lot of crud happens, a lot of people trying to make the best decisions go on the wrong way about it. You know what I mean? So it's always trying to shine a light on the righteous people, or or clan or whatever it is, and it's just, to me, it's just like, it's watered down. You know what I mean? And this is where I'm like. It's just different levels.
I want to jump on that grenade with you. I think one of the biggest issues that we've got, like, I don't even know if it's an issue. Where maybe it's an issue for people like me and you, where is that Star Wars, like, people are so precious about certain things in the Star Wars movies that I'm gonna be real and be like, I think it hinders some of the creativity that man can do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and when they do it, like in The Last Jedi, man are getting slaughtered for it. Do you know what I'm saying? But in the books, it's fine. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think it's unfair, because if you get someone like me, I don't read the novels. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't read the novels. Like, you'll be like, oh yeah, all of this crud happens in the book. And it's like, fam, like, I never got into Star Wars on a novel. So I should never feel excluded because I haven't read a novel. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? So put that stuff in a movie. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
and to jump on that, like, I feel that we got even into more depth and details with Rebels, Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You get to see a lot more. So
see, and that pisses me off as well, fam. Because it's like, all right, but they treat Clone Wars and Rebels like novels. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we can do whatever we want here. We can take this as deep as we can. But bruv, you should be taking a mythology that deep in the movie. Do you know what I'm saying? Instead of running around with what them things called, fam? Porgs and that, fam. Like, man, I'm running around. Fam, listen, look, I have to kill the thing. We're gonna spend time with Porgs and on Canto Bight.
It's mad,
bruv. Instead of focusing on the real stuff we should be focusing on, fam. I think instead, you got to make a family-friendly movie and all this other stuff. And I'm not saying Star Wars needs to be 18. Rogue One's not 18. Nah, PG-13, same as everything else. Do the thing, fam.
But man really brought the Porgs, fam.
Fam! Why am I watching Chewbacca eat Porgs, fam? Allow it, innit?
That's a madness.
That's where I'm at.
But it's the truth.
That's where I'm
at
with Star Wars. That's where I'm at with Star Wars.
I don't know. Obviously, with everything that's been going on in the world, I mean, cinematic, I didn't dissociate, but I just I stuck with a couple of things. So obviously, I fell off my comic books for a while now. I think it's almost 3 months. I haven't touched any comic books. And Vader was the one I was following heavy, which I regret not keeping up with it. But one thing I did do is go back to Clone Wars. But with Clone Wars, for me, it was all like, okay, like today I feel like focus on Anakin. So I'm gonna focus on season 3, you know, or specific missions. I'll go online and pick specific missions. Okay, this is what happens. Okay, let me go and just dive into that. And just doing that is just so much fun, because today, I don't know, we could be, it could be season 1, I could be on season 5, and it's just, I have that liberty to do that now with the collection that I have. But obviously, you mentioned the trailer that came out for episode 9, and that plugged me back in, because I'm like, okay, like I need to prepare myself and see where this goes again, because it's one of those things that, you know the way they've laid out Star Wars now is like, you get the movies, you get the comics, you get the novels, and certain information, certain key aspects you can focus in, you can relate to that if you're following this sort of media in Star Wars. So I'm like, all right, cool, I need to get myself back on it. So I did pick up my Sith book. I've read a couple of pages. I was like, this is too much for my life, like. And then someone was like, yo, you might be interested in getting Ahsoka's book, because it kind of ties into that. But that'll be, you know, I'll dive into that into another episode. But that's pretty much it with my Star Wars. Now, I also have the audiobooks. So Rule of 2, I started completely again. And again, just going back to the movies, I'm like, it frustrates me, because there's days I'm like, what movies do I want to watch? And there's only certain movies I pick.
There's only certain movies you can watch.
Right.
And this and that's is a mad thing, yeah. It's like, because of like man of Sith, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, there's only certain movies man gravitate towards, fam.
True.
Do you know what I'm saying? True. So when you say that, it's like, it's probably not hard to pick the movies. Do you know what I'm saying? Episode 3, Revenge. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Empire Strikes Back. The Last Jedi. But I know you're not plugged into that.
I did.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I did watch it recently, episode 7, and I was just trying not to put myself too much in the Sith mode, thinking, and be a bit more, because when that movie came out, I really liked it, and I remember like there was a lot of criticism going around about it, Rey and all that, and I was always cool with it. But I just think with episode 7, when episode came out, I kind of withdrew myself from episode 7.
Fam.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, why am I feeling this way? So now I try to watch like episode by episode, and not a whole run thing. But even though it's another episode, it's just another day. But now I have to like cut it off.
I've got one mad theory about episode 7, yeah?
Go on.
I don't know if I could bring it up right now, if this should be a whole other episode. But I feel like we're freestyling this episode. Not freestyling, but the conversation's where it's going.
Exactly.
So fam, yeah? I'm reading the Sith book, yeah?
Yeah.
And obviously, I've been heavy on the chapter of the Rule of 2, innit? You brought it up before. So, obviously, this is like Palpatine's notes. Palpatine says, like, the Force is not fire, it's venom, innit? So, and what he means is, if you pour venom, a little bit of venom into bare cups, it dilutes it, and everyone gets weaker. But if you pour all your venom into one cup, that cup there is potent. Now, obviously, Rey in episode 7 is mad strong, fam. Mad strong. Like, some would say OP.
Yeah, which I have no problem with.
Some would say OP. But then, you look at the state of the galaxy. There's barely any Jedi. Barely any.
Yep.
If any at all. Well, there's like 5 or 10 that we've never seen with Luke and that. So, what if, not knowingly, the Rule of 2 had been applied there, where there's not bare Jedi, so that light side force is not stretched out.
No, it's not balanced.
Yeah, exactly. It's not stretched out over thousands of Jedis. It's poured into her. Do you know what I'm saying? And then in episode 8, when Luke goes, the only time I've ever seen raw power like this is in Kylo. That would make sense because Kylo is one of two with Kylo and Snoke.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is just me having mad theories, like,
and that's the beauty of the books. You just run wild with it. But
So
when I'm going mad, like, yo, like, it's because it gets to you like that. It just opens up your mind to everything.
But the thing that could get deeper about that is when Luke was training Kylo and he's spreading his force into all of the other Jedis and Kylo's tapping into the dark side, that shows you why he would just be mad strong. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's gone 1-1 while Luke is spreading out, diluting. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? So I read that and I was just like, yeah, this is ultra peak. Like, and for me,
Wait, did you have a reaction?
did I have a reaction? Yeah, I had a reaction.
I stay reacting.
Well, obviously I had a reaction.
I stay
Do you know what I'm saying?
Like, I'll be reading my books like on public transport sometimes, and I'll just be making the mad. Like sometimes I catch myself having like the maddest face, like. And people just looking at me like, yo, what's wrong with this guy, fam? Like, is he having some like spasms on his face or something? But yeah, it gets peaked like that when it comes to books.
I mean, I just think it's sick, and I feel like for me, I'm still trying to make sense of episode 7 and 8. I love episode 8 because Kylo is coming into his own,
Right.
but I still get stuck on episode 7 because the whole Rey thing. And I know you say, well, your explanation of, you know, the Force uses people as it wants to use people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, fam, that goes against everything that I feel like the other Star Wars movies showed, man.
Right. And
I can't take you, you're too young.
Right.
Oh, you got to start your training early. You can't be emotionally connected, fam. She breaks all of these rules and then just gets the superpowers. And I know Kylo's weakened in the state, blah, 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 fam. But it's just a bit.
But you see that's not Star Wars' fault. That is the people that chose to give us this sort of information through movies. And this is the problem
What
I
information?
have.
What information?
So, for example, my whole thing when we went to watch episode 7 for the first time, the first thing that clicked, Darth Bane, because Darth Bane was exactly like that. It just manifested through him. Like obviously he was going through things with his dad, worked in the mine, he hated his whole lifestyle. So when things happen, that anger just explodes out. Same thing with her. Like what she's doing, collecting scraps for food. She's just there on her own, and you can see it like whenever she has an altercation with someone, like she's like eager about it. Like for example, when the little BB-8, the guy was trying to capture him. Like that anger was already pouring out.
Listen to the word that keeps coming through. Anger, fam. They're Sith traits, fam. And they're trying to portray her as a Jedi, fam, or on the light side. Right. So I can't agree there. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's something that is manifesting through her.
Yeah, fam. I understand the Force is manifesting, but if you're saying that the Force is manifesting her and she's being emotional to the scenario,
right,
that's Sith traits, fam.
That's very Sith.
And that's what I'm saying. And they're not portraying her that way. When she gets angry...
But this is where the movies... I have a problem with the movies.
When she gets angry and lashes out, she's just retaliating or whatever. No, that's not cool. But when Kylo does it, he's crazy, he's this, he's evil. Like, fam, bro, But this is what I'm saying.
This is the whole another issue I have with when it comes to, you know, villains and heroes. They always paint each other differently. A lot of times they're very common. It's just you just have a different approach to the way you want to deal with things, and this is where you differentiate between a hero and a dark side. You know what I'm saying? So it's nonsense to me. You know what I mean? Like, so, and this is why I never mess with the Jedi. It's just like, yo, like, that's fake. You know what I mean? Like, how you holding on to your anger, like, to the way you feel about things. You know what I mean? But it's just that makes sense to me. But yeah, so the whole thing with her, I relate a lot to Bane. You know what I'm saying? That's how he killed his dad. That's how he became Darth Bane. You know what I mean? He's not a swords master or anything like that. He's very Force sensitive guy. That's how I feel about Rey. She's very force sensitive. Even when she's with Luke, and he's showing her like she's like, "Oh, show me the force and stuff like that," and she just kept going, boom. She's in the pit, like in the darkness.
Look, you're gonna plug me into episode 9, because this is where, and I don't think they'll do it, but she should go bad.
To me, she has a lot of those traits.
She's got everything. She's got everything in her that would lead her going that way, fam. For me, personally.
And what doesn't make sense to me, one conflict I have with that is that if there was someone to show you to reverse that, I would have been okay with it. But there is no one to show you that. So how you're making that decision when that's not who you are, that's not how you've been all this time.
And the winner is, fam.
I have a lot of, and this is where I'm like, I'm just like, I'd rather go watch Clone Wars or Rebels or something instead of the movies, unless I'm watching like episode 1 or 3.
I don't know. I just think with 7, I liked it. I do like it. Mm-hmm. But there's just certain things that I just don't back in the movie. Get me? And I same feeling with 8. Mm-hmm. I like 8 more than 7, but there's things in 8 that don't need to be there, or just don't need to be there.
Yeah, like I mean, I understand you man gotta sell toys, porgs, and all of that stuff, and in a way, you kind of have to also see that you have to bring in the new generation to like Star Wars. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what I like, but
I disagree with both.
But somehow, and they could be doing it wrong. They could be doing it right. We'd only be able to tell a few years from now with the new generation, upcoming generation of Star Wars fans. But at some point, they also need to cater that to the youngest to reel them in. Because otherwise, at some point, Star Wars franchise will die.
No, they don't.
How would you go?
This is why I fundamentally disagree with that. Because episode 4, just regular Star Wars, A New Hope, fam. Right. That's not catered to kids. It's just itself.
Yeah, but that's a different. But we also live in a different generation. Let me get there, fam.
Yeah, and then even with the prequels, they try to cater this to kids a little bit with like Jar Jar Binks and characters.
And they also tried to cater with the new green screen stuff, like because it was. I
don't think that was trying to cater to the younger audience. I just think that he had the technology and wanted to use it. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like people are gonna gravitate to Star Wars because it's good. And that's what A New Hope was. Above everything, it was good. Do you know what I'm saying? Now making your thing with the mindset of, but we need to tick this box with merchandising, and we need to keep all of the old fans happy, and we need to bring in new fans, fam. Bruv, that affects the storytelling thing. And then I'm going to bring it to something like Avengers and all that, Endgame, all that stuff, bruv. You never watched that and are like, why is this is done just for a toy? But you know they sell billions of toys, fam. Do you know what I'm saying, bruv? Just make the thing and allow the porgs. Do you know what I'm saying? This is just my feelings. Because
man came in on
the prequels, and all of the child-friendly stuff wasn't what draw man in.
But what I'm saying is that was a different time. Like, bruv, like toys
ain't drawing man in, fam.
You see the way
I'm gonna watch the new Star Wars movie because there's another porg in it. Like, no one's watching Star Wars for porgs, fam.
Bro, I don't, like I said,
no one's watching Star Wars for Ewoks, fam.
Bro, they could be going the wrong way, but you gotta think about, like I said, there were Ewoks back then. Although they were like way more savage. They were I hate like cannibalizing things.
And that's the thing, like I bring up Ewoks, but I never count Ewoks as a toy selling thing, because they look like teddy bears, but really they're actual cannibal savages, fam. Like a porg is what? Like just a space pigeon. Like, allow it, bruv.
Yeah. Just that was mad. That was mad what they did. I don't know. Until this day, sometimes I'm like, yo, I wish someone like tell us, okay, why the porgs? Why do we have the porgs? Guys, do you know why we have porgs? It don't make sense.
So Chewbacca could eat something.
I'm pretty sure Chewbacca been eating since 08, fam. He's not now, man. Needs some sort of.
It's the first time we've seen him eat, innit?
A selective type of chicken. Space chicken, to satisfy his needs while going after Luke. Wow. I don't know.
He could have been a space vegan, innit? But you get me.
Maybe because he doesn't have Han Solo with him anymore, innit? So man has to have some sort of his diet has to change.
R.I.P.
Wow, it's mad. But yeah, anything else? Star Wars. Oh, did you ever touch? I'm pretty sure you're gonna say no. The new episodes.
The new episode of what?
Star Wars.
Resistance.
Resistance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not watching that.
Interesting.
I'm not watching.
I did watch about 5 episodes, and I was okay with it.
Listen to what you're saying.
Yeah, I know,
listen to
but
what
that's
you're
because
saying.
it was right at the beginning. But I liked, and I think because you like the whole. Oh, but that's gaming. Was that be more for gaming?
No, bro. I'm into the starfighting.
Because it's very heavy on the racing stuff.
I don't like the animation style. I don't like how.
Neither do I. I don't like that shade.
I just no. I can't do it.
I mean, at some point this summer, I will be finishing that season for sure.
I mean, maybe I'll watch it at some point, but it's not Clone Wars. It's not.
Yeah,
Rebels.
it's not Clone Wars. It's not something. I mean, there's still missions within that. I just don't think it's also that deep. But at the same time, they're giving us Clone Wars. Was that season 7? And that's about to be amazing. Do you know when that's coming?
I don't know when it's dropping.
Need that in my life. All right, cool. Well, this is it. Coming down to an end. Quick talk about Star Wars. And let us know your thoughts about Star Wars, where you're at with Star Wars right now. Do you like Episode 7? Don't you like Episode 8? What do you think of Rebels? What else was it?
Rebels, Rogue One. Do you know what I'm saying? Resistance, the animated show.
Yeah, definitely let us know about Resistance. Without any spoilers, of course, because I'm still going back to watch it. But yeah, do you agree with the movies? Are you heavy into the books and novels and comics? And as usual, jump and do your thing
In the comment section below. What I want to say about the comment section below is, guys, listen. This is not no angry ranting, please. Get me.
That's gonna be tough.
No, fam.
That's
Listen,
gonna be tough.
look, I want rants, but I don't want angry
rants.
hate rants.
Yeah, a lot of them things there.
This is dead, blah blah blah. Guys, listen, yeah. Positive community. That's what we're on in it. So positive angry rants, not hateful angry rants. You get me?
True. I like that.
Know the difference. Get me?
Cool. Well, other than that, I'm Revenue GS.
I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And we'll see you next time.